Lovely. Welcome, friends. Welcome to Live from the Wandering Bard. I am the host, Jeremy Grafe, and I am joined by my guest, Luke Lee, this week.
Hey.
So I'm really excited. Luke and I haven't had a chance to play together since his record released back in December.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a really long time. And we didn't even see each other in person until, well, last weekend.
Yeah.
This past weekend. Mm-hmm. Which was nice. It was good to see friends at the fair. So,
from that you can tell we've had a ton of rehearsals for this.
Right.
So, like,
lots of
I'm
rehearsals.
sure you'll be able to tell. Yeah, it's really spot
on. So, if you like what you hear, please do make sure you follow the channel, make sure your notifications are turned on, and even share, because the best thing about music is being able to share it with other people. Absolutely. And we've got plenty of music tonight.
Oh yeah.
So, we actually met through the Ren Faire, and I actually got to watch Luke play quite a lot over the last few years, especially last season when, well, one of his many shows on site was one of the only ones that I could actually attend when I got a break, and it was always cool to see the way that you got in with Gary and Jim, and it was very cool.
Oh yeah. It's always such a good time playing with any of those guys.
Yeah. So some of you might recognize Luke as Rowan the Bowen, and we'll be talking a little bit more about his life at Pennsylvania Ren Faire in a little bit. But, well, here's another fun Ren Faire song. For those of you at home that follow the channel a good bit, there will be a replay tonight because all of the songs are either written by me or public domain. So there will be no wait for the VOD, which is always nice. So for those of you who are tuning in a bit later, hello.
A las dos me engrandecí, a la una yo nací, a las dos me engrandecí, a las tres está mi amante, las 4 me casé, a las 3 ver tu hermosura. Ansí ver tu hermosura. Dime, niña, ¿dónde vienes? Que te quiero conocer. Dime, niña, ¿dónde vienes? Que te quiero conocer. Si tú no tienes amante, yo te he de aprender. Si tú no tienes amante, yo te he de aprender. Ansí ver tu hermosura. Ansí ver tu hermosura. Ansí ver tu hermosura. Cántame para la guerra, 2 pesos a la red, yéndome para la guerra, 2 pesos a la red. El uno es para mi madre y el otro para ti. El uno es para mi madre y el otro para ti. Ansí ver tu hermosura. Ansí ver tu hermosura. Ansí ver tu hermosura. A la una yo nací, a las 2 me engrandecí. A la una yo nací, a las 2 me engrandecí. A las 3 no mi amante, a las 4 me casé. A las 3 no mi amante, a las 4 me casé. Ansí ver tu hermosura. Ansí ver tu hermosura. Ansí ver tu hermosura.
Cool.
That is nice.
I love that tune.
Well, here's to you all. Looks like we've got some folks. Who we got?
Oh yeah, we got myself.
Oh, that's good.
Nathan, your brother.
Oh, nice. Hey, Nathan.
David. Better music.
Hey, David. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope
Lady-
everything's okay.
Lady Fidget.
Oh,
Thank
hi,
you.
Stephanie.
Thanking you for a great hour of music.
Well, it hasn't been an hour yet, but we'll do our best. Thank you, Stephanie.
Misha is just listening. He's making Portuguese soup.
Ooh, finally getting around to using that magical sausage Mr.
Carlos.
Coutinho gave us.
Yep, Carlos is here as well.
Right on. Hey, Carlos.
Vanessa,
Hi, Vanessa.
Rachel, racing over steps just to get to see the stream.
Nice, nice. Good work.
Glenda is here, loving Monday night.
Right on. Hey, Glenda. A lot of Texas folks in the house tonight.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Some of you who are also regulars over on the Volgamut channel, and for those of you who don't know, Volgamut Live is every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, and very worth tuning into, especially in the next, 2 months, where there will probably be a ton of special guests, and we're going to have a blast. So, but I can promise we have some Cantigas tonight.
Ooh.
David said he's taking a break from working on the score to a video game.
Ooh.
I'm guessing you signed an NDA and can't tell us, but we're stoked for you, David. That's awesome.
And he rests his ears with a little Grafe music.
Sweet.
With a K.
Right on. Right on. Highly Germanic.
Yes.
Fantastica. Anyway, thanks so much, David. We're really excited when you're finally able to announce what you're working on, but congratulations, because that's awesome. All right. Cool. Well, we have a number of fine Renaissance favorites for you. We also have a few of my originals that over the last little while, when Luke has been able to tune into the show when he's not otherwise engaged, has said, oh, that'd be a cool one for some cello. So here's the chance to do it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. Rehearsals sounded really good. I wish I would have recorded those as well, but hindsight is useless.
So, like, if I do really badly, just imagine to yourself, that sounded really awesome in recording or in rehearsal. He did really well then, and just
The likelihood that he'll do badly is very, very low. Well, shall we?
Let's go.
Trusting to the storehouse of the mind, my words coruscant. Clarity of sparkling memories unbroken, curated by will and curiosity. Things read and shared and seen retrieved. retrieve. Out of reach, out of touch, can't retrieve.
Cool.
Ah,
Yeah. Glenda says, beautiful compliment to the song, meaning.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes.
thanks, Glenda.
And then Ethan wants to know, has there been an official announcement on Octopus Octo Tankard? going?
Well, you know, the funny thing is, there's like no votes.
Oh,
Y'all have to
no.
vote.
Maybe we should make a vote on here.
Set up a poll
yeah.
or something.
Well, the problem with the software that we have is we can't do a poll right here, right now. But we can send you a link. We can send you a link to the current Patreon page. And one of the most recent posts, actually, if you open up, that might be too much. Yeah, send the link to Patreon. The poll is up. It's one of the most recent. It's one of the most recent things that I posted, and it's public. So even if you're not a supporter on Patreon, you'll be able to like click on your choice, and yeah, we'll do that, and I'll take a look at it tonight. And if we don't have that many votes, then I'm just gonna pick what we've got.
Oh, I can't type.
So go forth and vote, people.
Yeah, go vote.
Be counted.
I don't know what you're voting for, but you should go vote.
Okay, so for those of you who might be just tuning in, or for Luke, a friend of mine, Jason Burlett, made a bunch of custom emotes for us here on Twitch. And one of them is this charming little octopus with a tankard that the house elves, as soon as they're done whatever they're typing right now, will put that up on the screen so people can see him yet again.
Oh.
You have to go back into the... Yeah.
Oh,
There you
back
go.
to the-
Yeah, you have to go back to the first screen.
Gotcha.
Doo-doo.
Whoa.
Where'd he go?
Octotoast.
There he is. All right,
Ooh.
so this little guy...
I love it.
This little guy, right here. This guy. This guy is the one we're voting for. He needs a name. So we've got a number of names that were suggested, and pick the one that you like, and I will announce that tomorrow. So it's going to close tonight. So you have until midnight tonight. If you don't vote before then, I don't know what to tell you.
Thanks, Vanessa. My vote is for whatever house elf wants.
Aw.
What
All
house
right.
elf wants, house elf gets. No.
All right, so you heard it here, folks. Either it's your vote or the house elves are going to pick,
Ooh.
which is potentially dangerous, but also means we're sliding toward an autocracy, which I'm not into.
No. Nathan's throwing more things out. Tankenberry.
For crying out loud.
I still like, what was the one I liked? It
I
was
don't
a
remember.
combination of two.
Yes, it was.
Bob the Octo.
No.
Something.
Please go vote. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. So what's going to happen is when the show finishes, I am going to check the Patreon page and I'm going to pick it. So, because I'm guessing we're not going to have anybody showing up and voting before midnight. So you'll have a brief window, but if I'm behaving myself, I might wait until midnight Eastern.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you. All right. So, Some of you might recognize Luke from Pennsylvania Ren Faire, and he is performing with his sister Mary Kate, who is a delight on a harp or a concertina.
Absolutely.
Yesterday, my group, Breath of Era, which plays a lot of Irish music, it's a cast group. Mary Kate wandered over to our 4 o'clock show, and I could tell she was kind of like getting a little excited because she knows like all the stuff we play. Yeah. And she had her concertina with her, and I asked her if she wanted to join us. Of course, she jumped right up.
Naturally.
It was great. It was great to play with her. I mean, that's one of the things that's so awesome about Faire. Like, so many of us have overlapping repertoires that we can invite each other up if we're pretty sure that it's going to work. And we're also really lucky that we have so many people that are so good that like their ears are just amazing. And they might not know the song and they can still play it really well. So anyway, there's a lot of really cool stuff happening this year at Pennsylvania Ren Faire. We're going to talk a little bit about that later in more detail. But for now, you cannot buy tickets at the gate this year. But you can buy tickets the day of online. And the house elves are putting the link to Pennsylvania. Oh, look at that. It's already there.
Wow.
It's like she's preempting need. It's fantastic. So go forth and check out the website. If you're anywhere nearby, it's definitely worth it to show up. If you want to wait a couple of weeks, that's cool because Volgamut will not be there at first. The first 2 weeks we will be Volgamutless on the Shire, but you do want to check it out once they are here because there's going to be this magical moment where there's a ton of us that have played together in various combinations. And depending upon what stage they're on, the band will have a different name, but it'll probably be the same 12 people. So
Misha wants to know how the weekend was.
It was, well, my experience was both days were very moist and quite hot. But I'm not wearing a really heavy noble costume, but it's definitely not a pleasant, light peasant costume. So,
pleasant peasant costume.
Pleasant peasant. They call the late fall the noble's revenge because it gets cold and it's hard for the peasants. But yeah, it was a great weekend. Attendance was kind of low, kind of maybe from the heat.
Yeah.
Maybe because the threat of rain on Sunday was pretty high. But
yeah, I mean, I almost didn't want to show up, but then I kind of have to, so I was like, gotta
contracts.
drag myself out of bed.
I know, the heartbreak, punching the clock. But I can say Saturday we had more people, but I thought Sunday it felt like maybe that was also subjective because I felt like the first day nerves were out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, we did this yesterday. We got this. So Sunday, it felt like the shows were all a lot more relaxed. But yeah, super fun both days. So I highly recommend coming. Hopefully, we'll get to see some of you that are within, I don't know, like 500 or 600 miles. But if we don't, like, we get it. The stuff that's happening with COVID really sucks. And if you're not vaccinated, like, really, please don't come. Like the things that I'm seeing about like who's getting hurt the most right now, it's mostly people who aren't vaccinated. So like really, like, take care of yourselves, people. Like you're too important and too valuable, and it's preventable. So but if you are vaccinated, please do come. We'd love to see you. We'd love to hang out. We'd love to play a lot of music for you.
Yeah.
You'll get to see Luke playing throughout the Shire all day. So
I don't stop, literally.
No.
Like, you could follow me around for the entire day, and I'll constantly be playing music.
Yeah.
You'll probably hear a lot of the same stuff, but I mean, I don't know why you would want to do that, but the option is there if you wanted to.
Here's why you want to hear it in a multiple different way kind of situation, because you'll get to hear slightly different settings and slightly different combinations, and it really makes a difference. Like, you'll get to hear him play with Wine and Alchemy, so you'll get to hear Roxanne's beautiful singing and her hurdy-gurdy playing and the rest of her crew in Wine and Alchemy. You'll get to hear him with the Burley Minstrels. You'll get to see him with the Demetrius Minstrels.
That's true.
You'll get to see him with his sister Mary Kate pretty much everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And it really does make a difference seeing the different combinations and what everybody adds. It's I mean, you could literally spend the day following him around, and like that's enough. But there's a ton of really great shows. I highly recommend it.
And you can check him out on Bandcamp.
You can,
And you can
do
check
that
him out on
indeed,
Bandcamp.
yes.
If you can't make it,
Yeah, you can listen to my CDs. Because we actually have a lot of the, especially on the most recent one, we have a lot of the people you'll hear at PRF. We got Jim Hancock, Demetrius the Minstrel, and my sister Mary Kate on harp. So, yeah, check it out.
Yeah, it's a really, really solid album.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And we'll talk a little bit more about Luke Lee's playing around the Shire and other places, as well as some more Pennsylvania Ren Faire stories. But we have some more music to share with you.
Yeah.
So.
I'm really excited for this one. I've wanted to play on this one since I first heard it on stream, so this is one of my favorites.
I'm stoked on that. Thanks, man. Here's to all of you.
to fire's embrace. This isn't the end, only a change.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Thank you.
Yes.
Cool. Ooh, we have a Cantiga coming up next. That's
Yeah,
pretty exciting.
yeah. So cantigas are a bunch of fun, but they're way more fun when you've got really solid melodic players. Ah. Mm. Cheers to you all. I hope wherever you are, you're safe and dry. There's been a lot of really kind of scary, heavy weather events.
Mm.
And we've gotten lucky, and it's only been like kind of your standard rain for the most part. We had some flash flooding a few days ago that was a little wild. But so far, we've managed to escape the worst of it, which
Yeah,
is...
they even closed Tuxedo on Sunday.
I
Yesterday.
saw that.
Yeah, they, due to the weather event, Tuxedo Ren Faire was closed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're also cheering you back.
Oh, right on. Cool, cool.
Clinking tankards, as they say.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
And, Misha said, "Great job, Luke."
Ah, thank you. Appreciate it. I can't wait to jam with you again. It's
Yeah.
been
Soon,
too long.
soon.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about Volgamut in its current state.
Mm.
Dan and Chris and Misha gel so well together, and like after like the last few months of like getting to like be together again, like the first time I was up to visit at Sterling, I was like really impressed by like how solid they sounded.
Oh,
Like
that's awesome.
exceptional. And then like in a month it was even better. So that was really cool. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the three of you again, as well as the merry band of miscreants that shows up in the Pennsylvania area, like young James and Maddie and that whole gang. So.
Actually, another one of my sisters is going to be joining them this year as well. It's my sister, Mary Grace, who plays the hammered dulcimer, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, that'll be real cool. And hey, Misha, here's your gentle reminder that, you know, people need music.
Speaking of music,
Yeah, speaking of music, we have more of that.
Oh, yeah.
Cantigas and all.
That was Cantiga 353.
AKA Kenna Omagen.
Yes.
One of my personal favorite cantigas, and always fun to play in so many different groups with so many different people.
Absolutely. That was actually the first Cantiga I ever played with Volgamut.
Oh, right.
That was where I learned it from. Yeah, so always
That's a good place to learn it.
Yeah, for sure. It'll always remain near and dear to my heart. Fond memories of that one.
Yeah. As much fun as it is to play, I definitely do prefer it on the loud pipes.
Yeah.
That song, it's fire. So you and your sister Mary Kate started a new act as of this year.
We
You wanna
did,
talk
yeah.
about that a little?
So yeah, Mary Kate and I have been playing together. Well, pretty much as long as I can remember. You know, like growing up in the same house and all that, and always playing music. But for the past 6 years, we've been playing at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Faire, and we always tended to end up at each other's sets anyway. So this year we decided, why not just become an actual duo? And yeah, come up with a name. We're called Regale now. So if you come to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Faire, fear not if you do not see Harper Lee or Rowan the Bowen on the schedule, because we are now known as Regale. And you can find us at O'Malley's Stage or the Chess Gazebo. And we also can be found playing during the finale or just at other points during the day.
And
as
also,
I've said, I never stop playing.
Yeah, and also the not a finale.
Yes, exactly. Not the pub sing.
This is definitely not the pub sing.
Yes, absolutely not.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much good stuff this year, and there are so many ways that I think a lot of the decisions that were made going into this year were really good. There's a couple new venues, which is real cool. The Heart Stage is really nice.
It's really sick.
Oh, you've gotten to play at the Heart already.
I
right?
haven't gotten to play there yet, but I definitely appreciate the cover it provides from the rain, for sure.
Yes, it is quite large. For those who are familiar with the grounds of, let's say, Sherwood Medieval Festival, it's a lot like the Trip, except I think it's a little wider and a bit longer. So, yeah, it's very nice. Yeah. So you might notice I have a new cittern that I had built by Cripple Creek Mandolins. David Hansen did a great job with this. And I had it last week, but I didn't have enough time on it to feel good about playing on the live stream. But I've had about a week and a half to get used to it and get a few things dialed in. And since Luke was going to be on the show, we figured it would be good to break in a couple cantigas that we both love and have played before. So, yeah. I'm excited to have the maiden voyage of this cittern on a live stream with an excellent player. So, oh yeah, we're playing this one. Cool.
That's
What
been
are we
me
doing?
like every song of the set. I'm like, oh yeah, this one. Let's go.
Right, cool. Well, it's sort of a bad scene when you're picking the set and it's like, oh, that one.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like you're doing something wrong. Anyway.
Man, I hate that song. All right, next one.
All right. Oh, we have to play that one? That's... No one likes that.
Oh, you beat me by a little bit.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. A lot of the time with like smaller things like citerns and mandolins, they don't have the best sustain. Like mandolins are notorious for having crap sustain, but this little guy growls.
Yeah. So I just want to let you know that I posted your Facebook, and several people are now following you, Luke.
Yes.
Nice.
Sweet.
And also, Misha, oh my God, the cittern sounds great.
Right.
I must have one.
That's how I felt too. I'm like, I need one of those.
And that
Just let me have one instrument that I play that you don't, damn it. Just one.
David said it's got a great sparkle to it. It's got
Right?
Sparkle to it.
I love how like yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so if it's a nice day at Pennsylvania Ren Faire and they keep having me back, there's the herb garden was completely redesigned this year, so it's like this really gorgeous little contemplative garden. The downside is it's loudish during a joust sequence, but it's a very beautiful place, and a lot of us are doing instrumental sets there, and this is going to be the instrument that I play for my instrumental sets there as long as it's not raining. If it's raining, I'll play a guitar, and I'll make a full confession that I'm very likely to play a ton of new wave songs and not care at all.
But Jeremy, you sing way better than I do. Misha.
That's very kind. I would say that's because you probably don't sing as much as you might. So, and hopefully you'll continue to sing, because I've been very happy to have your bass or baritone parts when we've gotten to sing together. So, anyway, yeah, everyone, my cittern, everyone. Hey, I got a fanfare. That usually doesn't happen with everybody.
Glenda said that she was glad she was along for the maiden voyage of the cittern.
Right. Well, for those of you who are tuned in, hopefully there will be some other fairs that this cittern will be making appearances in the coming year, because I deliberately tuned it so that it would always be good to play with pretty much either of the keys that the Volgamut crew is most happy in. So I'm really excited to see what this sounds like with some other things, which reminds me, here's one other thing that I'm excited to hear how this sounds. Oh, that is nice.
That was that. Yeah, that was. So now we're just gonna kind of sit here in a daze for a few minutes. Just.
That's right.
All the dragon emotes came out.
Nice.
Brenda was singing along with you at the end
Cool.
in the chat.
Which actually, before we finish the next song, something I've been thinking about is putting a lyric book together as a PDF and maybe offering that as a thank you to subscribers for the channel. If that's something that you're interested in, maybe shout that out in the comments before we're done with the next song.
Carlos said, "Holy hell, that was awesome!" And now everybody's like, "Yes."
Cool. Thank you, Carlos, for instigating that.
A reminder that Carlos has the surround sound as well.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
He's
So,
like,
yeah. So, just to set the stage,
Yeah.
Carlos is normally watching the stream on like a 54-inch television
Oh,
with surround
jeez.
sound.
That's amazing.
So, like, you know, some people are watching Twitch on their phone through headphones or like the tiny little like speakers on a phone. No, Carlos is like home theatering this whole thing.
Hey,
So we're
I
like
want to
8
go
feet
watch this
tall.
stream with Carlos after this.
That
Watch the
actually might not be a
playback.
terrible idea, although it might be a bit of a drive.
Yeah.
He is in what he lovingly refers to as West Portugal.
Oh, gee.
But
I've been practicing my Portuguese.
have you really?
Yeah.
Good.
Hola, ¿cómo você está?
So we've got a bit more music, folks.
To correct you, it's a 65-inch.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to belittle your screen, Carlos.
Sim, tudo bem? E você?
Yeah, we got it. Ben back to you. David, yes.
E aí, beleza? I gotta watch my dialect. I'm learning Brazilian Portuguese, so I don't know how much that goes over to the Portugal side of things. But you know,
It depends which Portuguese speaker you get.
that's true. That's very true.
You know, it's like if somebody would have learned English speaking like with a heavy Southern drawl,
Yeah.
or like they learn English by like I don't know, living in Brooklyn. Yeah,
Very true.
depending upon who you talk to, they may be more or less off-put by your accent. Fun with diction, people.
What are we playing? Oh yeah, Cantiga 119. Okay.
Another fun Cantiga.
I think I have the sheet for
Cantiga.
this.
Yeah, that might be good.
Lovely. Yeah, I was tempted to kind of just like keep playing that one forever because I'm like, this can't be the last song I'm hearing the Cittern on. Like, I just like, you gotta keep going.
I mean, we'll just have to play together more.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
So I just rekeyed a bunch of stuff that I've been singing in other keys so that it fits better on this. And yeah, you're going to be hearing some reworked stuff over the next little while. So what was a favorite moment for you over opening weekend at Parf?
Ooh, definitely. I mean, obviously getting to play with everyone once again, like all of my musician friends and all that. But one thing that I'm really excited about is we actually have Cantiga now, which is freaking amazing, and they're playing on the same stage or Malleys as we are. So after a couple of my sets, I just stuck around and listened to them, and they are absolutely phenomenal. Like, it is such a great joy to get to hear them and just watch them play. And hopefully in the future, I'll be sitting in with them for a little bit, which would be awesome. So looking forward to that. But yeah, definitely if you make your way to Pennsylvania Renaissance Faire, go see Cantiga because they are absolutely amazing.
There's a reason why they've had such a solid reputation for so many years on circuit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're incredible. So lots of great reasons to come to Parf, not just to see our smiling faces, although for some of you, hopefully that might be enough. And it's only going to get better as the season goes on. So it's going to be kind of interesting when October hits because we're going to have a little bit of a changing of the guard as some folks depart for Texas Renaissance Festival. But some of the people that are getting tagged in I'm really looking forward to seeing the Langers Ball, who, for those of you who don't know, are like a folk punk duo and like lovely people as well as like an excellent show. I love that they cover the Pogues a lot and do it well, which is hard to do as a duo. Like, would you want to cover a band that's usually 11 or 12 people? No. Matt Young, the Pride of Ireland, is going to be also showing up in October. So there's lots of people that I'm excited to see and lots of people that I'm excited that I'm going to be getting to see real soon.
In late September, also, we're getting the return of Two Barred Party, which
that's
I'm
right.
really excited for.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. And Misha and crew, too.
Yeah, Misha and company
Yeah,
show up
yeah.
in early September.
Yeah.
And you will always know when Volgamut is playing.
Oh, my gosh. It's fantastic. It's like the best part of the fair when you're like, where is it? And you just go find it.
Hello, Roush Fife. How are you today?
But I have to agree with Luke Lee about Cantiga. Super excited. I've watched them online, and I'm so excited for the live portion of it. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, for those of you who didn't hear Lori, we've been watching Cantiga's live streams over the last year and a half, which haven't been as plentiful as shows have opened up again. But it was so great to get a chance to like hear them and see them when there were no fairs happening, when they should have been happening. And if any Cantiga folk are watching this now, thank you for doing that. And thanks everybody else who's been live streaming through all this, because like some of us are going back to fairs because we feel comfortable enough and confident enough in like science and our immune systems and like the fair's ability to take care of us. But that's not true of everybody. Like I know some of our regular viewers on this show, like they haven't gotten to get out and like that's pretty scary. So thanks to everybody who's been live streaming and tuning in week after week. Like it's been a great way to connect over all this. If there's any silver lining, it's all the people that we've gotten to meet that we might not have met otherwise. So
For sure.
Misha wants to know who's playing with Cantiga.
who's playing with Cantiga? Alex Karlov, Martha Gay, Thomas Newendel, and
Amanda sits in with them.
And Amanda
she's not
Kitchen sits
officially,
in with
but
them.
she sits in with them a lot.
Yeah. So real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, so when I asked Luke to be on the show not real long ago, we talked about a bunch of different songs that could be on, and this was one of the ones that Luke picked. So I'm really excited for this because we've never gotten to play this song together.
Yeah.
I mean, I've sung this song as you've played it from like 20 benches back at the Globe, but yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
And oh, by the way, friends, this is our last song of the evening.
Yes.
And I normally don't say a whole lot about things like sponsorship or subscriptions, but all the tips tonight we are splitting. So if you enjoy what you've been hearing, do throw a couple bucks in the tip jar. I'd love to be able to at least give Luke a little bit of gas money as he's driven an hour to get here. And as this might be a surprise to some of you, but as it turns out, being a musician is not always the most lucrative career choice. So I'd like to be able to support Luke a little bit with help from y'all. So here is the official hat pass of the Subaltern Project channel. And for those of you who are just tuning in, this is the incomparable Luke Lee, a.k.a. Rowan the Bowen, a.k.a. one half of Regale. And I am Jeremy Grafe, and you have been watching the Subaltern Project Twitch channel.
Kind friends and companions, come join me in rhyme. Come lift up your voices in chorus with mine. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may and might never all meet here again. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may or might never all meet here again. Here's a health to the dear lass that I love so well. For style and for beauty there's none quite excel. She smiles on my countenance as she sits on my knee. Sure there's no one on earth who's as happy as me. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may and might never all meet here again. Our ship lies at harbor, she's ready to dock. I wish our safe landing without any shock. If I ever should meet you by land or by sea, I will always remember your kindness to me. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may and might never all meet here again. My footsteps may falter
My wit it might fail, my course may be challenged by November gale. Ere fortune shall prove to be friend or be foe, you will always be with me wherever I go. Here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may and might never all meet here again.
Friends, thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you, Luke, for coming and playing.
Oh, my pleasure. This is exciting because we can do an actual in-person cheers.
Love you all. See you next week at 8 p.m. Eastern.